of Michigan used to work for George Soros. Yes, California Governor Gavin Newsom is Nancy Pelosi's nephew. Yes, Adam Schiff's sister is married to one of George Soros' sons. Yes, John Kerry's daughter is married to a mullah's son in Iran. Yes, Hillary Clinton's daughter, Chelsea, is married to George Soros' nephew. Yes, ABC News executive producer Ian Cameron is married to Susan Rice, Obama's former national security advisor. Yes, CBS President David Rose is the brother of Ben Rhodes, Obama's deputy national security advisor for strategic communications. I want you to think about also what happened over in Iran and Lebanon today with pagers and with cell phones and with radios. Yes, ABC News correspondent Claire Shipman is married to Jay Carney, former Obama White House press secretary. Yes, ABC News and Univision reporter Matthew Jaffe is married to Katie Hogan, Obama's former deputy press secretary. Yes, ABC President Ben Sherwood is the brother of Elizabeth Sherwood, Obama's former special advisor. Yes, CNN VP Virginia Mosley is married to Tom Nides, former Hillary Clinton deputy secretary. This is what you call a stacked deck. If you had a hunch the news media was somewhat rigged and you couldn't put your finger on it, this might help you solve the puzzle. Now, you know why no one is investigated. They all have their hands in the cookie jar. You might remember James Comey, who investigated the Clinton email scandal and the Clinton Foundation and made the final decision to not recommend prosecution by the DOJ. Well, it turns out that the Clinton Foundation was audited by the law firm DLA Piper. One of the executives there was in charge of the Clinton Foundation audit. Who was it? Peter Comey, James Comey's brother. Peter Comey held an executive position with the Washington law firm that did the audit for the Clinton Foundation in 2015. Peter Comey was officially the DLA Piper Senior Director of Real Estate Operations for the Americas. And in 2015, when the Clinton Foundation scandals first broke and Hillary was preparing her presidential campaign, you know, the one she stole from Bernie, not only was DLA Piper, the firm where Comey's brother worked, involved in the audit where the Clinton Foundation, according to the foundation donor records, DLA Piper has given between $50,000 and $100,000 to the foundation, and it gets even cozier. DLA Piper executive Douglas Emhoff is taking an extended leave of absence from the firm. Now, who is Douglas Emhoff? Well, he's the husband of Kamala Harris. Just a coincidence? Amazing if it is. You can't make this stuff up. Another example of the D.C. swamp. You know, and it only gets worse. This family tree will make your head spin. The swamp is deep. Dominion. The voting machine provider serves 40% of the U.S. market in its 30 states. The state of Texas rejected the machines. Admiral Peter Neffenger is on the Biden transition team. Neffenger was the president of the board of Smartmatic. Smartmatic, another voting machine supplier, entered into an agreement with Dominion in 2009. Smartmatic counted votes in Venezuela. Smartmatic is connected to the Philippine voter fraud. Smartmatic is run by Lord Mark Malloch Brown, who works for George Soros. Now, he and Brown are lifelong friends. Brown chairs the boards of a number of nonprofit boards, including the Open Society Foundation. Brown chairs the Center for Global Development. Open Society, of course, is owned by George Soros. Smartmatic partnered with DLA Piper Global. Douglas Emhoff works at DLA Piper Global. Douglas Emhoff is Kamala Harris's husband. So guess who owns Dominion? Blum Capital Partners LP. Guess who is on the board for the company? Richard Blum. Richard Blum is Dianne Feinstein's husband. Nancy Pelosi's husband is also a major investor. An aide to Nancy Pelosi, Nadeem El-Assami, was hired by Dominion Voting System, and it goes on and on. Dominion Voting System is listed on the Clinton Foundation website. Dominion Voted is listed as $25,000 to $50,000 to the Clinton Foundation in 2014 by the Washington Post. And Georgia Governor Kemp used Dominion Voting after Texas and Florida rejected them. Dominion has a lobbyist named Jared Thomas. Jared Thomas was Governor Brian Kemp's chief of staff and press secretary to 2012 to 2015. You must remember the Feinstein-Kavanaugh-Soros connections to understand this next information. Deborah Katz, Christine Ford's lawyer, worked for George Soros at the Open Society Foundation. Deborah Katz, Christine Ford's lawyer, also worked at Project on Government Oversight, the POGO. POG is funded by Soros Open Society Foundation. POGO is the co-signer of the letter Dianne Feinstein presented against Kavanaugh's nomination. Kamala Harris did not prosecute One West Bank for their fraud when she had the authority. Soros owned West